Hey, friend. Today, I want to talk about something that has been a game changer for me on this particular comeback journey and all the others, if I'm honest. You have to brainwash yourself. And I mean this in the best way. Let me explain. The toddler committee in my head has been running the show for so long. And as I've been making changes on this comeback, there have been a few moments where I found myself standing in the pantry or almost grabbing something off the counter that one of my daughters left there that had nothing to do with my goals. And I realized in those moments that willpower alone was never going to be enough. I need to fill my head with something better than the agenda of the toddler committee. So I started brainwashing myself on purpose. What I mean by that is I'm not just taking I am statements, although I totally believe in I am statements. Those matter. I'm talking about something more than that. I'm talking about putting voices in my ears, audiobooks, podcast, music, content that keeps me remembering why I'm moving forward, voices that are telling me how my body and my brain are actually changing, science, psychology, truth, encouragement, all of it is going on repeat until it starts to drown out the toddler committee who has ruled for a little too long. So if you're a client on one of our programs, open your app and go to the Learn tab, and you're going to find a resource called The Habits of Health by Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. I cannot recommend it enough. It is full of the science, the psychology of true transformation and truly installing healthy habits. So it is real, it is practical, it is grounded in truth for how to move from where you are all the way to the healthy that you want to be. So you can put your AirPods in and that audiobook is available to you. And this podcast, this series right here, my hope and my prayer and my true intention for you is I want you to be able to put these episodes in your ears as you walk or you're in the car or folding laundry and be reminded of truths that you are building your comeback story on, like one episode at a time, one truth at a time, until it moves from your mind to your heart. And here's how I approach brainwashing for myself when I know I need to change a specific area. I hyperfixate on that topic. I find an audiobook that voice speaks directly to where I am. I read it as fast as I can. And then I actually get the physical book and I let it wash over me and get into me and start working. And I take my time and savor the physical book. And I take notes and I underline and I sit with it and I let it soak. Because there's a difference between information getting in my mind, which is that first initial brainwashing, into it getting into my heart and letting the truth sit there. So when I did my health journey for the first time, the one where I lost 45 pounds, the voice I really loved was Lisa Turkhurst. And I read her book, Made to Crave. And then I read it again and again. And I got the devotional. And it was a book that spoke so much truth to me in that season, the truth that I needed to hear over and over. It reminded me that I was made to crave, that cravings were normal because God put them in me. And He put them in me so that I could find the true satisfaction of my deepest cravings in Him. It kept pointing me toward finding my satisfaction in Him. And so, funny story, I got to meet Lisa Turkhurst and I actually brought my beat up book that was highlighted in a ton of different colors, outlined with pen, pencil, all different, looked like it had gone to war with me. And I probably fangirled over her because she'd changed my life. She was like a big sis, giving me all this wise counsel from her lived experience. It mattered. And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to find the voice that you need to hear in this season. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a mentor or coach who has walked where you're walking or is walking it currently right now. Maybe it's this series right here. Whatever it is, let the voice be a big sister to you in this season. Let her words go in so many times that they start to become your words. Let her encouragement become your courage. Let her remind you of who you are and what you're building and why it matters. That is wisdom. You cannot brainwash yourself with one listen. It takes repetition. It takes returning. It takes letting that truth come back in until it finally sticks. So your tiny step today is pick a voice, one book, one podcast series, one resource that speaks directly to where you are now. Put it in your ears today or in front of your eyes and commit to coming back to it again and again until it moves from your head to your heart. All right, friends, you are an overcomer. You just need to dare to begin. So let's begin.